everyone, I'm Heather Wen, a retired nurse practitioner and the founder and practitioner at Arizona Healing Alternatives. On this channel, you'll find several videos, what I like to call aha moments or aha minutes, where we'll be discussing issues that impact your health. So whether you decide to use alternative medicine, Western medicine, or even a mix of both, I'm passionate about you knowing what your options are. If you like what you see on this channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It's the holiday season, and for many people, it's a wonderful time of year. But for a lot of people, it can be a very stressful and busy time. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, there can be gatherings and lots of other things going on at this time. So it's really important to know how to de-stress. And in this video, we're going to be covering 3 different things, looking at expectations, looking at some practical tips, and just looking in general if you need professional help to help you have a wonderful holiday season. So stay tuned. Well, now it's the holidays, so what are we going to do? There's so much to do, so much to take care of. Well, when I see people in my practice, I see a lot of people are really stressed because there's lots of gatherings and things, and I'm telling you, at those gatherings, there's usually just that one person or, oh my gosh, this person's not bringing that person, are they? There are lots of different people that while you love to see some, you may not like to see others. So what do we do in general to de-stress? Well, the first thing I think about is just kind of looking at expectations. The holidays are filled with, look at the movies we have on the videos, on the TV, we have all sorts of things talking about the holidays. And with that, a great deal of expectations come that we're going to have that perfect holiday, that perfect meal, the perfect. That word perfect. One thing I love is when we get ourselves into those expectations, we start to put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do things just right at the holidays. So first of all, if we look at those expectations, it's not going to be like the Hallmark Channel. And for those that are, that's fabulous. But for many people, they come from different types of backgrounds, different types of things to deal with. So when it comes to that, when we look at the expectations, you've got to think about things. First of all, if you're the person who's putting on the event or the gathering or the party or the dinner or whatever it is, you have to look at first delegating. We even know that in business. It's really a good idea to delegate, have other people help you. Well, many people fall into the trap of saying, well, if I don't do it, no one's going to do it, and no one's going to do it right. Well, the problem with that is that unless truly this person may not make the same meal exactly the way you would, or may not do things exactly the way you would do them, however, unless it ends up in food poisoning and trips to the hospital, or things like that that are dangerous, it really sometimes is worth it to let go of that stress and let other people help you and kind of drop those expectations. The other thing that I want you to look at or think about is, well, if you don't want the stress of actually putting on the holiday event and actually doing it yourself, it's a really good idea, if it's just too stressful this year, is to bring stuff to other people's event. That's also a good thing for those people who've worked really hard, and I see lots of people in my practice who've worked really hard on themselves. They're changing. If their family dynamic was not the best, and if it was great, but if it wasn't, oftentimes what happens is they go right back into that family dynamic and fall right back into it. It can be very stressful. So I guess the second thing I would say is just be yourself. And if you run into those kind of complications or those kind of issues, I would recommend that you actually go to the event. Why? Well, Dr. Judith Larkin Reno was a wonderful psychologist who said the door's your ally. If you attend an event, then when you're there, you can just be yourself, be who you are, which can be very brave under those circumstances. But when you're there, what can happen is you can just be who you are, be yourself, and then if it's getting tiring or that person is bugging you or whatever's going on, the door's your ally because you can leave at any time. Now, what if all of these things, it's still not helping and you're stressed, and now what do? Well, that's the time to really seek out some professional help, whether it be Western medicine and doing counseling, or whether it do, any other things that can help you. For example, you can do, there's all sorts of things from just talking to a friend to talking to a counselor. Then you can also go into kind of what I do in my practice is I reprogram things neurologically, emotionally, and do emotional reprogramming or hypnosis, which actually changes the neurology and changes the way you'll react to something, so you can have a relaxation response instead of a stress response. Also, if things get very serious, because around the holidays, what we do know is that, unfortunately, no one really likes to talk about it, but depression rates really do go up, and even suicide rates, because people can be really lonely. For those people, you really need to reach out, because Western medications and serious counseling and things like that can be very, very effective in those cases. Because what I want is I want you to enjoy the holidays. So whether it's lowering those expectations, attending instead of putting on the thing and delegating things out, or seeking some professional help, please do what you can to have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, with that button, you'll see a notification bell, so that anytime videos come out on the channel, you'll be notified. So if you have any comments or questions about anything we've covered in this video, please feel free to put them in the comment section and I'll answer them. Take care and have a wonderful holiday.